Three, three, two.
Well, another episode of the Councilmen. This will be our 46th episode. Yes,
Well,
and
wait, what? Something
of
just cut
course
out.
today is just me. Oh,
Ta-da!
it's not. That's not the case. There is also Ariq and our lovely little boy, Albert Wiradharma.
Lovely little boy.
No,
I've never
I
been
said,
described in such a manner.
I said lovely little boy, not lonely little boy.
Oh, you said lonely little boy.
No, I say lovely.
I swear, I thought.
I heard
Yeah, that's what I
lovely.
heard. That's what I said.
Oh, did you say lovely? I heard you
That's
say
what I
lonely.
Lonely. He's both
I've never
lonely
been
and
described in such
lovely.
a manner too.
Lovely and lonely little boy. Albert
Either way, I've never
Wiradharma.
been described. I've never been described in either manner. So
Well,
yeah.
there's always the first time for everything. So today
Yeah.
is just the three of us because we kicked Teguh out because he haven't watched the movie that we want to talk about.
You have not seen.
That's so mean.
So Albert, take it away.
Well, yeah, as Kelvin said, we have Kelvin Yohanes, we have Albert Wiradharma, we have Ariq Andria, 3 of the 4 councilmen hosts. If this is the first time you are on the show, welcome to listening to the Councilmen Show. There's usually 4 of us, but like Kelvin said, Teguh is not available right now because he haven't seen the film. So we're gonna be doing this episode. No, we did Kelvin, we did not kill. Definitely did not kill him.
Oh, you didn't tell me not to say that.
I ate him I ate him in one of the episodes before. I don't see why not.
But you puke him out already.
Oh, right.
Kelvin, then I told you to stash his body in the wardrobe. Your wardrobe's open. Close it quick.
Oh no.
Anyway, so yeah, this week's episode, we'll be doing a spoiler discussion on Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Not Pokemon. We're not doing Pokemon.
I just want
The Rise of Skywalker.
Ariq, sure. City of Bangkok.
This is a fucking Bangkok city. What? Why would anyone want that?
Hey, maybe there's someone listening from Bangkok. You know, you don't.
Yeah. So if there's anyone listening from Bangkok, hello.
Amat.
Sawadika.
And there goes our only viewer from Bangkok.
What the heck? Anyway, yeah, we'll be doing a spoiler discussion for today. We'll start it off with, we'll do a bit of non-spoiler, and then we will transition to the spoiler review eventually. And yeah, Rise of Skywalker, arguably one of the biggest, if not the biggest film.
It's supposed to be the end game of Star Wars.
Yeah, it's supposed to be one of the biggest films ever. And we do have some thoughts. And let's just get to Kelvin first. Kelvin, you saw the film without without spoiler whatsoever. What did you think of the film? The end of the saga.
It was dog shit.
Oh wow, that's
straight
up directly.
Yeah, you want me to get into details now or what?
No. I mean, like, try not to spoil anything, but you literally straight up just gonna say that it's literally just shit. There's no redeeming factor whatsoever.
Are there any redeeming factors? I can't think of any.
I guess you could just make the statement and then we'll continue it later. If you don't have anything to say.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay.
I can't think of any. They have so much potential.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
I guess that's the redeeming factor. They have potential that they did not reach. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you, Ariq?
I wouldn't I wouldn't say it's dog shit. I would say it's fucking boring.
Yeah, I
I don't know.
agree.
I think my face right now is best described on how I was watching the whole movie. Just like, uh,
Yeah, they're
yeah.
yeah, pretty much. I
I don't,
agree.
that's the thing though. I can't really describe why it's boring. Even with spoilers, I'm probably confused. Like, what? I'm like, how did they make it so boring? Like, why am I not so invested when watching this?
Yeah,
Why? Why? I'm more confused.
yeah,
And that's
not
all I
wrong.
got to say so far.
Yeah, I'll just add on to that. I thought when I first left the theater, I felt just contempt. I guess I was like, okay, yeah, I guess there was some pretty good stuff. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I'm probably not the biggest in the world, although I would say my fandom is sort of like relit when I go to Star Wars Celebration because it was something really incredible. So my excitement for Rise of Skywalker was quite, it was there. There's an excitement there, and I was concerned at the same time as well because I did listen to a bit of non-spoiler review before I saw the film, just a brief Twitter exchange from some critics that I like, and I was a bit concerned, but I was still somewhat excited for it. And then I guess the best way to say this is that I make myself believe that the film is better than it is when I first left the cinema. But then the more that I sit with it after I left the cinema, the more I think about the film, sadly, the less I like the film. I
I
start to see
agree.
all the flaws and everything.
Mm.
In the
You
first,
felt the same
it's
way?
just that with you it's about a day or so. For me it's about an hour. Then I realize of how bad it is.
Oh no, mine wasn't a day or so.
Oh,
Mine started progressing quickly. After I finished watching it, I know a friend that has seen it as well, and I directly texted her, and I was like, "So you saw the film? What did you think?" And then she's like, "Yeah, I'm not a big fan of blah blah blah." Blah." And I'm like, "Yeah, you know what?" And then we start having an exchange everything, and it will get to spoilers, so I'll save it for now.
and that's
But we literally
how
start
I
having
met a
exchange, and
girl.
it, I know her already. Anyway,
Albert is no longer a lonely little boy.
At least
anyway,
something came from that movie. Albert is no longer little boy
Rise of the
because I mean
Wiradharma.
lonely boy because of that movie.
anyway, we had the exchange and we started talking about all the stuff that we like and we dislike, and majority it was on the dislike end.
Of
And yeah, it
course.
just sucks because I really want this one to be good.
Me too. Me too,
It
Bert. Me
should
too.
have been good, but it did not
Yeah.
good.
Here, here's
It did not good. That's
here's the
my
thing. What's the name? I really feel like J.J. Abrams wants to like sweep the eight out under the rug because like in the first few scenes we see already Kylo Ren fixing his helmet that's broken, and we see a training montage of Rey, which I think those two are supposed to happen. The helmet breaking is not supposed to happen, I think, and the training is supposed to happen in the eighth movie. That's what I think.
Yeah.
They're
Mm,
really trying to undo
Oh,
episode 8.
without yeah, without going deep into spoilers, you were right. Literally, the first few scenes was J.J. Abrams, I guess, trying to fix what he thinks was wrong out of episode 8.
Yeah,
And yeah, Eric said this to me. You said something about the fan service. You wanna explain that?
all right, right. So like most of the like they put a lot of fan service, but when I mean by that is not big titty anime girls. It's
damn
more
it.
to like it's more
Can't believe we went there.
it's more to like it's more to like they like have like things from the previous movie they put it in this one
Yeah.
like I don't know. I guess one example that I guess I was kind of excited to see was
Is it
Luke's
gonna spoiler? Is it spoiler?
X-wing.
Okay.
It's not a big spoiler, but we saw
Yeah, yeah.
Luke's
I'm just
X-wing.
making sure.
But are we
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
spoiler territory already or not?
Yeah, you know what? Let's
it's
you wanna get the
minor,
spoiler. You just wanna
minor
get the spoiler there,
spoiler.
boy.
I
No, not
mean, I
here.
don't think.
So Okay, wait, go ahead. I forgot.
I mean, like I don't know. I was just going to mention that I think seeing Luke's what is it, X-wing is not exactly a massive spoiler to the
It's
story.
not.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
not.
exactly. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But
It's stuff
that
like
is a
that. They
fan
put it
service.
in there. Yeah, stuff like that.
Mm,
That's an
so,
example.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
go
So
on,
yeah,
can
Kelvin.
we talk spoiler now?
okay, real quick before we talk spoiler, before I forget, there is a bit of announcement, so I'll just say this right now. As for next week, we won't be doing a live show, but we will be premiering the video of because next week is New Year's. Well, yeah, but their episode next week is released on New Year's Day, so we will be doing an episode then. So what we'll do is we'll premiere the episode, and Kelvin, Ariq, do one of you want to explain what that episode is?
That episode, it's about
Is it the monkey man whacking a tree? No, never mind.
no.
No, we did that already.
That episode, it's the best episode of the decade.
I mean,
No, we are just listing best
yeah.
movie, best list. Our
I
list
mean,
of the best movies of the decade.
wait. Actually, yeah. But that's the whole
Idea.
what is it, the podcast? But I was trying to say, yeah, like actually, what is our best episode? I was wondering. It's an interesting subject. I mean, I don't think it should be turned into a podcast. It's just like something we should just discuss. I don't know, personally.
We'll make a separate episode. We'll make a separate. We are like so in love with ourselves. We'll make a separate episode.
Yeah, can we do a mini episode of best Councilman episode of the decade?
Best Councilman of the decade. I don't. To be honest, I don't care what the context is, but episode 5 has to be in there just for legal reasons.
List of our list of the best best movie decade.
Best movie decade. Best movies of the decade.
Yeah, best movies of the decade. Wait, I just woke up.
I didn't sleep.
Okay. So yeah, we'll be doing the best. We'll be doing the best of the decade episode. We'll be doing an episode where we talk about the best movies of the decade. We go every year and we say our favorite. We also shout out some of the guests that has been on a previous show. So don't miss out on that. It will be airing in my channel at Jaw Movies, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it will also be available on audio on that very day. So look out for that one. That was definitely one of my favorite episodes because we got to talk about a lot of movies and it was always fun to talk positive. And one other announcement is that starting the new year, excluding the New Year's Day episode on the Wednesday, so the week after next episode, we will be releasing our audio. We'll be changing from Wednesday to Monday because what we realize is that whenever we do news recap and everything like that, by the time it comes on Wednesday, it's sort of out of date. So it's sort of like left behind. So we're gonna move it up to Monday, so at least it will still be somewhat relevant because we usually shoot it on the weekends. So yeah. I think that's just the announcement. Hopefully, I'm not missing anything, right, guys?
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, we got it covered.
All right, so let's get to the spoiler. I'm giving a spoiler warning. So we'll be talking about the Rise of
Skywalker. It's hard to see
Skywalker.
when our background is completely red.
Yeah, but
That is.
I mean, it would have been easy to see if there was Teguh filling that empty spot. But no, not here. He is not here.
how about my jacket? Does it blend with the spoiler alert?
I think it does. All right, let's just
say spoiler out. Yeah, okay.
All right.
Okay, let's just get to the
time.
spoiler. All right. First of all, Kelvin, you said there's nothing redeeming at all. Let's start. I want to start with the positives first, if there is any, because I know most of us think it's not very good, so we might go on a tangent of why it sort of sucks or disappoint. But I want to start off in a positive note. So you said nothing was redeeming at all.
Yeah, I don't know what I can't think of any good points on that movie. Okay, maybe no, what there is. They tried to do that endgame portal scene. Where oh god, there's no more hope, and then all the sheep came in instead of heroes, it's just people.
All the sheep.
Did you say sheep?
This
Teguh
shit came in.
woke up. Teguh just woke up from the
Oh,
fire.
Teguh just woke up.
Someone
I
said
gotta
sheep.
join this call. Yeah, but when all the other spaceships like appear, I guess they're trying to do like an endgame portal scene moment. So when that happened, I guess it's kind of like nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one redeeming scene, I guess.
Yeah, I thought there was the visuals. I'll say the visuals are good. There was one moment which they sort of tease in the trailer. You know, when Rey was jumping backwards on the TIE fighter.
Oh yeah.
And we never really know if that's Kylo Ren or whatever. And then actually in the film, it's actually Kylo Ren. But in the trailer, they cut it right before she cut the TIE silencer.
I mean, like, of course she's gonna cut it.
Stuff.
She's not gonna get
I mean, I didn't
like
know
mauled
because
by it.
I thought she was just. Based on the trailer, I thought she's just dodging it. But then they cut it. I thought it looks really good. And I thought, like you said, I thought it looks visually.
Boom. End of saga.
And that's just the credits roll.
That's how Rey dies.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought some of the visuals was once again good. The last thing, like you said, the stuff with the airport, the ships. Now I cannot say ships properly. Goddammit. The ships, the spaceships, the spaceships. I thought they look good. But aside from the visual and I guess the score, maybe
The score
a
is
lot
good.
of the stuff, like everything that I like about this film, is related. Everything I like about this film is dragged down because the things that I like is related to the story, which I don't like.
No,
Like example. Before I pass it on to Ariq, like example, I like the fact that they have no hope and everyone disappears. It's like people, they're not even fighters, they're just scavengers or just regular space people doing their farming stuff or whatever, and they just help out. And it was like, oh, that's cool. And then as soon as I'm like, yeah, I guess that's a redeeming factor, and then my brain goes to, but I guess that won't happen in the first place because out of nowhere, Palpatine suddenly have a fucking armada now, and that doesn't make sense at all. And I'm like, yeah, I guess that sucked. So
Yeah,
you
true.
see, it's like related, good thing I relate to the bad things. So I'm like, so yeah, Ariq.
Oh,
Yeah,
Fred Love movies mentioned Rise of Skywalker was not for me.
I know it
I-
wasn't
This
for
was
you.
for us either.
It was made for the public. What are you talking about, Fred? What's wrong with you?
Every year he meant is the taste.
I'm taking it
Oh,
too
but you
literally.
eat movies?
What?
You
No,
eat
no.
movies? Okay, Ariq, go.
Wait.
All year.
I'm trying to find something I like
Some
about.
redeeming
Oh,
factors? Yeah,
ooh,
non-existent.
yellow lightsaber. Yay.
Do red and blue creates yellow? No, right?
No. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
Wait.
How
No,
about
they
blue?
don't. They're primary colors. They
Hold on,
don't.
Did
They
you
don't.
set does red and blue create yellow?
They're primary colors. They don't create.
You made purple.
They're the.
How about red, blue, and green? Are they all primary colors? Do they
No,
mix?
Green is
yellow.
not green is not
It's
primary
yellow,
color.
blue,
Why are we talking about primary colors? I just said, ooh, yellow lightsaber. Jeez. It doesn't even last that long. It mainly appeared in the games. I mean, I just thought it was neat. It wasn't really a redeeming factor.
Why did you even say yellow lightsaber for out of nowhere?
Yeah, I don't know, because it's cool that we get to see it, at least in a movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, is it in the game? The yellow
It's in
lightsaber?
the games. It's in the
Oh.
games.
The new one?
Not the new one, not the Fallen Jedi Order,
Oh.
whatever it's called.
Who's Dio?
They made-
Oh!
Kono
Dio
Dioda!
da!
Kono
Kono
Dioda!
Oh, Jotaro!
I have no idea what you're saying, but
Jotaro!
It's not- It's not D-I-O, it's D-O.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
The robot
I don't know.
name is just D-O, not D-I-O.
They don't. I didn't pay attention to the subtitles. I didn't know. It sounds like Dio.
Yeah,
No, my
Dio,
subtitles in Japanese, and I still realized.
Well, okay. Okay. Me, well, Fred doesn't know. So, anyway, yeah, that's true. They made the new droid.
Wait, I
It gets
actually
a
do
bit
want to
annoying.
talk
No,
about that
here, we're
final
not.
scene.
Okay,
Oh.
let's hear it.
No, wait, I want to say something.
Wait,
I want to say something. Something that really
go
annoys
ahead.
me of this.
Yeah.
Why are they still introducing new characters and new powers in the last movie?
Because they introduce new. Well, okay, the new powers one I have a problem with, but the new characters one I'm fine with it because a lot of trilogies they still introduce new characters at the last film.
I mean,
The,
they don't really play a big role, so I guess that's
no,
fine.
but I mean, Dio does kind of.
Oh, oh no, Dioda.
No, well,
he,
uh,
he have the map.
but I see your point because the thing is if they introduce the characters and the characters are actually interesting, it's pretty good. But the only character that I found somewhat interesting was Kerry Russell's character, the one with the mask. I forgot her name already.
Oh,
The
Is it
Zola,
Zina?
Zoe. I think Zoe.
Zori.
Yeah.
I think Zena is the other girl. What's up with Z? But yeah, yeah. None of the characters are really that interesting. The new ones,
I mean, I like Bobby Frick.
and we spent quite
That's
a
his name.
Bobby Frick. Bobby Frick is good. Bobby Frick
Yeah,
is good. Yeah.
he's cute. She's just for merchandise. But yeah.
you're not going to actually sell the thing for merchandising. That's
No,
mean.
I don't think they have a Bobby Frick Funko Pop, but they have a Funko Pop for the.
but yeah, I really hate the fact that they're still introducing new characters and new powers in the last movie. Yeah, that's my one of the biggest thing that I hate about it. Like the last movie is
Yeah.
supposed to just focus on stories, you know. We don't need to know
And
any other
defeating the
people.
bad guy.
Yeah,
Here's the thing because of this is literally because my main issue with this thing is the main issue with the new trilogy. Looking in retrospect, the new trilogy has been kind of a disappointment. At least for me, I have Force Awakens to look forward to because I still like that film a lot.
yeah.
But there is no creative direction in this film. It's so obvious now that they have no creative direction on this saga at all. Because if they do, they won't know what they have to do in the second film, in the third film. Because literally, if you think about it, nothing really happens in the second film.
I think
the fact that it takes place directly after the seventh,
the
there's no time difference.
I really think that what's the name? It's because J.J. Abrams is not the one that directed the
No, I mean,
the second movie. It's like there are many things I think that it's supposed to be explained there but didn't. I think.
yeah, I don't. It's not much to do with the director, in my opinion. It's just that they don't have a clear story that they want to do. Like I'm just gonna compare it again. Another Disney property, Marvel. They have Kevin Feige, who he trusts different directors to make different films, and it just tie in together because the
No,
story has been outlined by Feige, and I don't think they don't have that
no.
in Star Wars. So Ryan Johnson
Here,
gets his own thing, his own story.
here's the thing that I kind of disagree with that, mostly because here's the thing. Star Wars 7, 8, 9, it's supposed to happen, continuously, you know, like it's like Infinity War and Endgame. It's supposed to happen directly, right? Well, if you compare it to MCU, it's not really like a direct connection every movie. There is like like I don't know. I guess
Time jump.
difference. Yeah, something like that.
Spin-offs, all that.
So
Well,
that's why I don't really agree with that. Like,
well,
yeah,
I don't think that. I think there was a time jump between 8 and 9. There was definitely not between 7 and 8, because it literally takes back in Act 2 again, where Luke was.
yeah.
But Star Wars, well, yeah, Star Wars usually have time jumps, and that's why The Last Jedi was the first time they don't have time jumps between films, because they
Oh,
usually
is it?
do have massive time jumps. Yeah, they use and the end of the New Hope, the next film they started with Hot, which is completely new. The end of Empire Strikes Back, the next film they started in Jabba's palace. They started at Tatooine, when the last film they ended in Bespin. So like there's literally time jumps, at least like a couple of months or something. But yeah, the first time ever was Last Jedi, which is why they cannot really advance the story that much.
Well,
Ariq, what you think?
Mm. Oh, okay. Albert's talking to someone in the room.
Yeah. What do you think, Ariq?
Yeah, actually, I kind of understand. Yeah, the second movie they like
Watched it.
literally nothing happened, and then they just kind of
Exactly.
like just jump directly to the third one.
Yeah.
It's like it feels like when I was watching it, at least it feels like they were trying to tie up a lot of loose ends
From the
so that the
second
movie
movie.
is
Yeah.
yeah, like because the second movie explained nothing, right? And then so like the third movie they're just
Literally.
trying to make
Make up for it.
everything work. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
just make that like that like that like there you go. We
Maybe
So
finished the movie.
so it's the source of the problem, not the ninth movie, but the eighth movie. All the problems come from the eighth movie.
no, I don't want to blame it on Ryan Johnson because he made a film and he
That
was
sucks.
given by Kathleen Kennedy, he was given the opportunity to make whatever he wants. That's what Kathleen Kennedy does, and which is the producer of Star Wars, and that's what Ryan Johnson did. So technically, Ryan Johnson is doing what he thinks is right. Unlike once again, I want to compare it with MCU again because Kevin Feige had the creative direction. It's like okay, make a film whatever you want as long as you touch these story points. As long as like make whatever you want. What Black Panther film, as long as at the end of it, Black Panther, the Wakanda is revealed at the world, blah blah blah. So they have story points, so the story advances. But I don't think they have that at Star Wars, which is why the whole saga, the new trilogy now looks kind of messed up, and which is why J.J. Abrams doesn't like what Ryan Johnson did, and he literally try in the beginning of the films to fix that thing that he thinks was wrong with Ryan
Yeah.
Johnson, trying to advance the story at the same time, creating new
Yeah.
storylines.
Yeah. 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 I
You
don't
look
know.
you look very excited when I said Kathleen Kennedy doesn't have the vote.
I'm not excited with the
Dude,
whole thing entirely. It's not
it's
just
like
Kathleen.
if that's the case, then it's just stupid. Like you're trying to make a cohesive story in 3 movies, and you're telling the guy to do whatever the fuck you want on the second movie, which is supposed to be the kind of the crucial one too for explanations and stuff.
The second movie is a crucial like connector between the
Yeah,
first and
exactly.
third. It's
Yeah,
the body. It's like writing an essay, but you only put introduction and conclusion.
Yeah, so basically missing out like on the body part. Yeah, we just got introduction and conclusion, and then in the
yeah, which
conclusion
is like
they
once
try
again
to add some things into
they
it.
should
Yeah, you
have
get an F for that.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
which is why like I said once again they should have had at least the directors should have sat together before they start any of the films, before they start any of the trilogy. They should get together and outline the stuff that they want to cover. That way, at least it's cohesive.
Didn't they like watch it first? Like, oh, I don't think this makes sense going to the ninth movie. Then everyone's just like, oh, it makes sense. Let's go with the eighth one.
I'm I'm pretty
Fuck
sure
off.
but I think the first thing that goes to their mind is like, oh, people are gonna watch it. We're gonna make money anyways.
I mean,
They just stick with it.
True.
I wonder how much they made already because I wonder if with the bet word of mouth it's gonna cost them box office. Which I'm gonna check that. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
it is quite it's a massive disappointment that the
I mean,
film.
yeah, like
I agree.
I do have a friend. He's like a big fan of Star Wars. Like I'm pretty sure he's a bigger fan than any of us for Star Wars. And yeah, he said that it was like one of the most disappointing Star Wars movie he's ever seen.
I think no, I think there's a little bit factor of how we kind of have a bit of high expectation because of how Endgame ends. It's like you get like a big finale of a saga in Endgame, and you're getting a big
And they
finale
nail it.
in
No, you have to see
yeah
what's a good comparison to this
in
here.
Star
It's like
Wars.
You're gonna say
you
Game
could,
of Thrones, sorry.
Are you gonna say Game of Thrones season 8?
who gives a shit about Game of Thrones? It's dead.
Uh,
No, I was talking about it's like sometimes a teacher is like, here, this is an example of a good work. End game. It's a good example of a finale, and then she shows the bad example. And that's Star Wars. That's basically it. The bad example
Yeah,
of a finale is Star Wars. Yeah,
yeah. No,
the good one. End game.
you know what? Here, I also have another thing about this is the Star Wars franchise in general. Okay,
Mm.
okay. Why do their lightsaber fight gets worse and worse every movie?
right. I was just about to say that. There is like at least even though okay, I love Force Awakens. Last Jedi has grown on me a bit, but not that much either. Still not a
No.
big fan of it. Still not a big fan of for me. Still not a big fan of
Yeah.
it. But it's at least grown on me. And at least both films have so much memorable visuals and memorable stuff, including the Last Jedi, the throne room stuff with the Red Army, and with the Lightspeed Holdo thingy. At least that's memorable. There are scenes in this film, but none of them are really memorable. None of the lightsaber fights are memorable. None of the battle are memorable.
Exactly.
I don't know if that's just me, but that's how I felt.
Yeah, I agree. That's the thing. You only how many lightsaber fights do you get in the ninth movie? One, I think.
Um,
No,
Which
we
is
got several.
Kylo versus
We got
Rey.
well, yeah, and they fought
Kylo
several
versus
times.
Kylo
Do
versus
they?
the Knights.
No,
They
that
did
doesn't really
okay.
count.
Kylo
He's
versus
just
Rey.
beating them.
Kylo versus Rey using
regardless,
the
it's
Force
still
type.
counts.
They did it using the Force type where Kylo is on the ground and Rey is on the ship, and then they did another one on the Death Star wreckage. I think that's just two of them. I'm trying to remember if they fought in the beginning. I don't think they did.
Yeah, and then after that it's just the Kylo versus the Knights of Ren. The Knights of Ren is really disappointing. They hyped it up. I didn't really hype it up, but it's just that they make it sound so legit in the seventh
They have
movie.
it up in the first film.
Yeah, they make it like, oh yeah, he's the leader of the Knights of Ren. Knights of Ren, so strong. Then they just got beaten up. They suck, man. Knights of Ren. It's like I can get the Knights of Ren without training. That's how it feels like.
Well, okay. Yeah, I'll say this though. Once again, to get back to the overall stuff with the film, the thing that frustrates me the most is that all the plot are so convenient, and they expect us to buy it everything. Literally, like once again, they mentioned Palpatine on a scroll. I did not expect that. I thought they're gonna build up to it. They literally mentioned Emperor Palpatine is back in the scroll, and the first few scenes. The first few scenes is literally a montage that you saw like on a YouTube when someone vlogging or something on YouTube.
Yeah,
So
It was
you
literally
watch
Kylo Ren
all the
outside,
19.
like, hey guys, what's up? I'm going on an adventure to find Emperor Palpatine. This is the montage.
This is the montage of me trying to find Kylo Ren, trying to find Palpatine.
Literally, pacing because of that, because of how it started, the pacing is all over the place throughout the whole film. There are stuff that just goes very fast, including, which I don't understand why they did not linger on this, because this is the one emotional moment in the film, and that's
Leia's
when
death?
Princess Leia died. Yeah, when Princess Leia died, I was emotional, and I can probably cry at that point, but they didn't because they move on from it way too quick.
Oh,
She died.
when Princess Leia died, it's like not being a dick or anything, but how I feel when that happened, just like, oh, okay.
I mean,
Okay.
when you saw it, we know what happened to Carrie Fisher. I mean, don't you see it?
I know, but still, like her death is kind of just like,
execution is bad.
yeah, it's just.
I also want to say I think they got tied up because they really don't know what to do with Princess Leia's character, and the fact that they can only work with previous scenes that of hers, that they are sort of, which is why they want to get rid of Leia as soon as possible in the first half of the film because they don't know what to do with her. So they're like, I guess we just make something work and then we'll kill her off in the middle, and then that way we can advance the story even more. And I can feel that they got tied into that a bit.
Yeah. Oh, there's another lightsaber scene I just thought of. Luke Skywalker versus Princess Leia.
Well,
They don't really talk either.
What did you think? That is another thing that I found a bit irritating. I like that Leia is a Jedi. It's I guess it's a bit of like fan service-ish, but also a bit kind of nice to see. But I don't like the fact that they've never even mentioned it in the previous films. And then suddenly in this last film, Luke Skywalker's like, "Oh, I have Leia's lightsaber. Now you have two lightsabers. Here you go."
I think this is the kind of thing that's supposed to be explained in the 8th movie, but didn't.
Yeah, that's kind of it is.
Okay. No, here's the thing. In my opinion, everything in the film, however they want to do it, everything storyline until the fact that Kylo Ren revealed that Rey is a Palpatine, it should have been done in the previous film, and then this new film is everything afterwards.
I mean, like I can still kind of go
Actually, yeah,
with
wait.
like the Palpatine in this movie, but that
Which
works too.
which
Because it's
movie
so
was it?
fast.
Which movie was it when Darth Vader was like, "I'm your father"? Was that the
Empire Strikes
second?
Back. Empire
Yes,
Strikes
Yeah,
Back.
that's the second of the original, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
True.
Yeah. See, yeah, makes sense. Should be in the second one.
I know, right? No,
Yeah.
and also like I'm just saying, if you go into like the you get the vision thing, like how Rey got the vision of how she becomes the Sith,
Sith.
something like that. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the most disappointing shit I've ever seen in my whole
No,
life.
no,
I
no,
swear.
no. If I got that vision and I see that I got a cool ass lightsaber that can flip, I'll go to the dark side.
Yeah, why not Darth Maul's lightsaber?
Okay.
Like if I'm
Like, that
like
is-
good all the way and I see that like, oh, dark side, no questions.
She can also do a evil Ray can also do a scary hiss that throws good Ray out of the room.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like she just like flew out.
Here. I saw this on Twitter, and I forget who, but it's basically they say something like, okay, or it might be Jeremy Johns on his review. It's basically like, okay, imagine every scenario that you predicted for Rise of Skywalker, and now imagine every worst scenario that you predicted happened to Rise of Skywalker. All of this worst scenario was a scenario that they decided to pick for the film. And me thinking of it is like, yeah, especially because the Dark Ray, that is like everyone's been taught. At least I'm in the movie bubble more than you guys, and I've been watching a lot of shows and everything, including Christian Harloff's on the Shmoda Entertainment Network and everything like that. They're all Star Wars fans, and they mention every time, almost every Star Wars show, they mention like, oh, let's just hope that Dark Ray isn't just a Force vision, because that would be very disappointing. Let's hope it's something else. Like everybody mentions that, and guess what happened? It's only a Force vision.
It's only a vision.
I mean, like, what? Do you want to be like a clone of her or something that attacks
That
her?
would be so much.
I mean,
that
like,
would
I
be
do
so
want
much
to see
cooler.
I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like, I do want to see that flip lightsaber in action.
Oh yeah. So
That's all
It's
you
like a
need
flip
to see, a
phone,
flip.
but lightsaber.
It's a lightsaber that flips.
we haven't even covered Palpatine at all. What did you guys think of his reveal?
Here. You know what? Let me say this first. The final scene, I fell asleep. Almost fell asleep. I don't
When
know,
they're
man.
fighting?
The strobe lights. It's just like, oh God, sleepy. Oh God.
See, now
that
you know
was me in the
exactly.
movie.
Now you know what happened when we were watching Doctor Strange. Jeez. Now does it make sense? Now does it make sense why I fell
Do I
asleep?
get astral force out of my body?
Yes.
And there was on
No,
3.
Palpatine sucked you out like he did with
No.
those two.
That's sexual harassment.
Sexual harassment.
No, but here's the thing. Here's the thing about the Palpatine fight. Okay.
Focus.
Here's the thing about the Palpatine fight. It's so. I mean, like, here's the thing. I want an epic fight scene, but then again, he's so fucking old. He can't jump shit. He can pick up a sword. All he can do is this.
and he didn't heal himself. He healed himself because he grabbed the
Yeah.
life force.
That's the thing. Like, he's so old that like I want an epic fight scene, but I know you cannot because he's just too old.
I think he haven't fought since Revenge of the Sith when he fought Yoda. I think that's the last time he fought.
Yeah. He's just so old, man. So it's like the fight scene is literally just this. Done.
What? He didn't make that sound, but okay.
I want to get.
But no, wait. Wait. I want to say something first. You know how
Yeah.
Rey is like the balance of the light and dark side, right? Yeah, that's supposed to be her symbol kind of thing. But then like, well, what I was wishing is that like when she take out the two lightsaber thing, one will be red and one will be blue. I don't know. That's just kind of like something that I want to see.
That would have been pretty cool, honestly.
That would have been a bit more symbolic, like on how she's both good and the light and dark side. But
That's
no.
too cool.
So, yeah, I know, right? It's too cool for this bad movie. If that
Yeah.
happened, that would be like the redeeming factor. But nope, it didn't. So.
No, yeah, I wanna get back to the plot convenience because I wanna cover most of the character arcs that we missed out, including Rey's, Kylo, Palpatine. I guess literally Finn was fine and Poe was fine in this film. Honestly, Poe was probably the most entertaining character throughout this whole film,
Yeah.
in my opinion. And 3PO was not really annoying, and I actually like 3PO in this film.
I don't like the fact that we make such a big deal. Oh, he's gonna lose his memory. Then oh, he got it back.
No,
Oh, he
the
got it,
same,
but
the same.
yeah, just from R2.
It's the same. It's the same thing as that. Oh no, Chewbacca is dead. No, everyone's mourning.
Yeah.
Oh, Chewbacca's alive.
Oh,
What the
never mind,
Oh.
he's alive.
Actually,
By the way,
in-
what did
The
Finn
recap.
wanted to say to Rey again? But he never said it.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure. I'm pretty sure he just want to express his feelings for Rey because we all know Finn has feelings for Rey.
Okay, but
He
what
likes-
does he actually want
he
to
wants
say?
to get some
Finn likes
Jedi
Rey.
action.
Finn likes Rey. It's very obvious since Force Awakens, especially since J.J. Abrams is writing it. So
He wants
wanna
to
tie it all
clap
back.
some Jedi cheeks.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Okay.
But
Uh,
oh no.
Why are you
Here's another
booing
thing.
me? I'm right.
No, here's another thing.
that
When
would make its own episode, Ariq. So let's not go there.
after we see no for me at least once I see the Rey like holding the transporter and then she accidentally shoots out lightning.
Mhm.
I had high hopes for the ending, honestly. I really thought she's going to use that again at some point, you know, to like against Kylo Ren or something, or like she's surrounded and just zaps the fuck out of everyone. But that didn't happen.
I'll say this though. There was the two character arcs that I actually really like. It's basically the main two, Kylo and Rey, because I like that Kylo has this conflicting issue throughout this whole saga, especially since the eighth film he's been most conflicted, and finally in this one he's even more conflicted to the point of his redemption. I don't know how I felt about the Harrison Ford appearing again, because that sort of threw me off. But at least I like the fact that it's redeemed. I hated that they kissed though. Although I saw it coming, but I was like, please don't make it happen. And then that did, and then he died. And the way how he died, I'm not a big fan of that. Although I like his redemption arc. And at the same time, I love that Rey, because this is the most that we've seen a protagonist, aside from Anakin, of course, been challenged to the dark side. Because Rey is literally Palpatine. She's afraid of herself, and she even throughout the whole film, we pay attention. I was really concerned because I didn't know. I didn't know if they. Okay, I take it back. I had a very brief feeling that they might do this, but I'm pretty sure they won't because Rey's like the main protagonist. But there is a little bit of possibility in my head saying that Rey could become that they're ballsy enough to make Rey dark and Kylo light in the last film. But then again, since the last film doesn't really happen. But especially I'm saying that because Rey is angry throughout the whole film. Every time she's fighting, she's always using it with rage and she's with fear and everything. So it's just like a dark side tendency. So, which is why I like both of those arcs, those two characters' arcs.
I mean, like Kylo Ren, as much as some people give shit for his stuff, but I like Kylo Ren. He's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Adam Driver's amazing actor.
I forgot. Oh, I just want to say that he looks so wonky, Kylo Ren, when he's running around with a blaster. He's like, whoa,
I don't know, okay.
whoa, whoa, pew, pew, pew.
Did they really?
His body is like too long. Adam Driver's body is too long. It's like he's running like.
What the hell? Another thing for Adam Driver to be insecure about. It's like watching. Imagine if he was watching this episode. Imagine he was watching this episode, just tune into the live show, and it's like his body is too long, and it's like.
You know what? Maybe to make him feel better, next time bring a rifle, not something.
Yeah, bring a rifle, not a small blaster. I think like if you do this, it'll look cooler, you know, instead of like.
Instead of like, you know.
So weird.
Well, yeah. Ariq, what did you think of Kylo's and Rey's arc? Did you like them? And at the same time, since it tie in with Palpatine's arc, what did you think of Palpatine? Because we covered about that he sucks, Kylo and Rey's arc. Like we covered that Palpatine sucks, but what did you think of him actually? How they reveal Palpatine, how he's used in the film, along with Rey and Kylo, because they're very tied in.
I don't even know how to feel about it. Like, I don't know. I think it feels a bit. I think it feels a bit. I don't know, too sudden. Don't you think about like how he just kind of turned? Like, oh, I want to be good all of a sudden.
I do feel that too. I sort of do feel
I think
that.
that kind of shit. Yeah, like again, we've already mentioned it so many times. That kind of thing should have happened in the second movie.
Yeah.
That's where all the
But I feel like
redemption stuff.
they jump from Kylo Ren like turning. He's already like 60% jumping, turning slowly into the good side, the light side. But then at the end, he just kind of jumped from 60 to 100% to the light side. You know,
There is
that's
no. Yeah, where's the development from 60 to 100? Why is it just suddenly?
maybe
Where's
it's
the
because of
development?
talking to Harrison Ford. That's a 40%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you don't
no,
refer to him as
I'm
Han
like,
Solo anymore. Just Harrison Ford straight up. It's
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
the actor. It's not actually his dad. It's the actual actor.
just the actor.
Kylo Ren is like
He doesn't care about his
when
dad. He
Han
just
Solo
cares
was
about
touching,
Harrison Ford.
when Han Solo was touching him, Kylo Ren's like, oh my god, it's Harrison Ford. That's why he turned.
No, Jesus Christ, it's Harrison Ford.
It's Harrison Ford.
Like
Okay,
Kylo Ren is such a big fanboy of Harrison Ford.
That's why he sees Harrison Ford. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why he said, "Oh, it's only a memory." Yes, I have memories watching you in Indiana Jones.
okay, no. I want to say this though. Now you said mentioned that it's all of suddenly sudden, and I'm thinking back to Force Awakens and Last Jedi. Force Awakens, they sort of play this idea that he's a conflicted sort of fella,
Mm-hmm.
especially the fact that he's like he don't know if he should kill his father or not, and eventually he did. And I thought with that they sort of set the pace that he's gonna be evil. And in the eighth film, they really set the pace that he's gonna be evil because he literally kills Snoke because he wanted to be his own leader. And
Yeah.
then suddenly now in the ninth film, they sort of like contradicts that again. So I guess that's
Yeah.
why you feel sudden because it's once again inconsistencies throughout the trilogy.
Yeah. I agree.
Hmm.
Mm. And yeah, there's so much things that I just don't like.
Hmm.
Also, we haven't mentioned this. I thought the dialogue was awful. It's one of the
Like
worst
the
dialogue.
overall.
Yeah,
Hmm.
like
I
there
just
are so
I'm
many
trying
pay
to.
there are like
attention.
so many lines. I don't know how. At least for me, there are so many lines where a character is like saying a particular line and then they pause and then they finish the line, and I literally predict what they're saying, and it's not a good way because I'm not a good scriptwriter. And including one of the lines that I hate, which I really thought was very cringy, and it was one of the last lines of the saga. Is like, "I am all the Sith, and I am all the Jedi," and I'm like,
Mm. No, wait,
"You're
here.
not really all the Jedi, but okay."
I want to say something. I want to say something first. Here. This is an idea that came up. Okay. When I first see what's his name, Ray levitating with the rocks around her, I was like thinking,
That
she's
was
Aang,
cool.
she's Avatar. Okay.
What the hell?
So you know what I really want to happen at the end? You know how in the Last Airbender, at around the final scene, it's like when Aang goes full Avatar mode and there's all the previous Avatar around him, then it goes into him. I kind of want something like that to happen to Rey. Like she's like, power! I need power. Then like all the Jedi's like come forth, like appears as a Force ghost. Then she's like, I'm all the
Then,
Jedi. The Force ghost is gonna
I mean,
goes into her.
that
Then
would
she's
have
like,
been cool, but
Pwah!
that would have been cool. But at the same time, they would just add more to the fan service aspect of it.
I mean, like they
But
already did it with the voices.
that's true. But which is why I mentioned it.
Hmm.
I mentioned it to Ariq that
Power she needs.
the fan service is good if you use it properly. But this film is literally fan service after fan service after fan service. That I give them a metaphor of like if I'm in a restaurant and there's a very good cheesecake, and when I had it for the first time, I love it. But then the waiter keep on giving me cheesecake and giving it more and more and more to the
Just
point where
stuffing it down your mouth at that point, just like
yeah,
eat
that's
it,
how I felt
eat it, eat it, boy, eat it.
I mean, like it's already bad, so why not just go with it?
No.
But
so
yeah,
yeah,
I
Like the
kind of
idea,
how would
it's
you
like the idea is like they're just like, okay, you know what? Let's make everyone like this movie. Let's just put every single reference and whatnot
here?
from the previous one.
I wanna say this. Okay, keep on going with what you said, and then I wanna read the Rotten Tomato main consensus for Rise of Skywalker and for The Last Jedi, because I thought it was very interesting. But yeah, what did you think of what did you think of Rey being a Palpatine?
I mean like
It's
it's
cool.
pretty
It's just
cool, I
that the way
guess.
they did it,
It's not
was
cool.
not cool.
I'll be on board with it. Just that,
Yeah.
the delivery of how she's a Palpatine is kind of. No, if you think about it, then do Palpatine fuck someone before, or force like
Force fuck?
Force
like
fuck. Force fuck. Wait, what is that supposed to mean? Does he use the force or is it just straight up,
no,
the
I thought,
R word?
no. Did he like? Did he like?
We got the new power of force healing. Now we get the force fuck.
No, did he like use his force?
Exit.
He uses his force to take out the sperm, then just like then goes into a girl. Then like, oh, Ray.
Let's not go there.
We're not going into cursed comments directly. When you have to spin, what curses on you have to spin it up like this? Why? Why?
He used the force. He used the sperm. He's just gonna like,
Why can't you just throw it directly?
real quick. Okay. Real quick, just to interrupt your point real quick. The Last Jedi in Rotten Tomatoes, the consensus is Star Wars: The Last Jedi honors the saga's rich legacy while adding some surprising twists and delivering all the emotion-rich action fans could hope for. And obviously, the Rotten Tomatoes score is positive for critics and very rotten for audience. And now for Rise of Skywalker, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker suffers from frustrating lack of imagination, but conclude this beloved saga with fan-focused devotion. And the critics have very negative response, and the audience score is quite positive. And I thought that fan-focused devotion is like the keyword of it, because literally, they're trying. J.J. Abrams is trying all the best that he can do to appeal to all the fans, and at the same time, it become the most Star Wars film ever, and that's not a good thing, because it's literally nostalgia after nostalgia after nostalgia.
It's the most Star Wars movie ever with the worst fucking lightsaber fight.
It's the most Star Wars movie and yet also the worst. Oh, not the worst, but it's not very good. It's like saying like, yes, everything Star Wars has lead up to is bullshit.
Yep.
That's not a very good message, man.
And Kelvin mentioned in the beginning, and I want to mention it that I forgot. The ability that they have new powers, and it's not the force fuck, it's the force healing. It's I found it annoying, because this literally you introduce a new power in the final film. Like, really? They've never in the film they've never mentioned it. Maybe they did it in the TV show, maybe they did it in the games, maybe they did it in canon books. But I don't follow that stuff. And if you are supposed to make a movie, you're supposed to just make it that you can just follow the movie and you understand.
Yeah,
and they literally introduced this for the first time.
Exactly why some of my friends doesn't understand what's the Palpatine back? He got sliced in half, something like that, in the previous movie.
But him got sliced in half. But,
no, I mean like he died basically, but let's like
died.
I mean like here's the thing, like in the movie, they kind of allude, oh, he have a plan, but that's it. But you only get like the full explanation if you read the comics and stuff. Oh, not the animated stuff like that.
The tie-in stuff. The tie-in stuff.
Exactly. They're relying on that and expecting us to know what.
Yeah, the fact that they don't explain how he returns and everything, and that they're lingering on literally one line from Revenge of the Sith, which is when he mentions that oh, the Siths know a way how to come back from the dead. There's like only one line from Revenge of the Sith, and they make it the whole key for the Palpatine in this film. And I'm still
so surprised that they come back. I don't know.
They don't mention it, and I'm still surprised that somehow now we have so many clones, and you have a fucking armada, the biggest armada in the history of Star Wars, and they were supposed to believe that it's just one guy, one fragile old man who barely can walk, and he have a freaking armada now.
Yep, that is unbelievable.
That's so
sad.
All
the crew of those Star Destroyers they were just stuck underground this whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I mean, like, I'm very sure there are some occasional people that goes for grocery shopping, but
Oh,
And talking,
I hope it comes with its own free grocer in the Star Destroyer. They say it's
talking
more
about
advanced, right? They say it's more advanced, right? So it should have. I don't
talking
know,
about
man.
plot convenience. Talking about plot convenience, the fact that all these Star Destroyers they need to follow one leader or not, they cannot move, is very convenient. I think
That's
that's a great one.
stupid.
That is so convenient. That's so dumb.
That is stupid. Like you have
Well,
all the time you have all the time to make something so powerful, and you have to control it from one ship. And if that goes
not
down,
just one
that's it.
ship. It's
Yeah.
not just one ship. It's like from it's from one Indovision satellite.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That is so stupid. Why not like put like allow them to control? At least like 5 of them gitu. Even 5.
It's always like that. Like it gets worse. Like remember how like the Star Destroyer has like has a specific weak spot, and not the Star Destroyer. The Death Star has a specific weak spot. But this one is like it's like yes, I have an armada of 50,000 world destroying ships. It's controlled by a ham
Right.
radio, one ham radio.
Stupid.
What?
It doesn't make
Dumb. Like what's
sense.
the point? Not to mention, they were able to send one Star Destroyer out. How did that one get out, huh?
Yeah,
Did that use the ham radio?
I think so.
Wait, one. Yeah. Okay. We're approaching 1 hour in here, so I'm gonna do rapid fire, saying a bunch of my thoughts on the characters, and I want to see what your take on it. Um, I thought it's funny how J.J. Abrams mentioned like Rostico is gonna have a big role in this film, and literally Rostico didn't do much in this film.
Whoa,
And
Rose is gonna have a big role?
that's what J.J. Abrams said.
Oh god. Good thing I didn't hear that. If not, I wasn't gonna watch this movie.
I thought, hey, I thought Rose have a better. She was redeeming in this film. I thought she was pretty good in
Yeah,
this film.
because she didn't appear as much. Redeeming as fuck, that's
Yeah.
right. I'm
Someone
so
really
glad.
hates Rose. Someone really hates Rose. Anyway,
I
I
don't
thought
like Rose either, so
General Hux is just goofy and stupid at this point.
General Hux is the
Sorry.
traitor, right? I don't even know who the
Yeah.
traitor is. I was like, is that supposed to be someone I know?
I'm sorry. Domhnall Gleeson is such a good actor, but General Hux is such one of the worst actors in Star Wars.
I don't know. Yeah.
Finn was fine. Poe was fine. Lando was
He's just there, man. He's
he
just
was
there
there.
for fan service.
He was there. Literally everything is just so nostalgia driven. It's like I have a bad feeling
Yeah.
about this. Of course, Lando's what to say. It's like so
Yeah.
nostalgia driven. It's frustrating.
Hi, Mickey.
And like
I can hear you though.
no, that was Rover in the
Oh,
back.
hi, Rover.
What else? Leia was there. Once again, they cannot really do anything much with her. The new characters was fine, I guess.
I mean, like, they only appear for exposition stuff.
Yeah, there was really nothing. It's just at this point, I'm just really sad that this is how the saga ended. You know.
Yeah.
Well,
a
you have any
terrible
final,
ending
you have any
for
final, you have any final thoughts on this one, or would you like to give it a score out of 10?
I think I was gonna say it's a disappointing ending for such a famous franchise. I wrote that in the group. Had to mention
Yeah.
it here.
It's one of the.
It's
Yeah, exactly. It's supposed to.
Like-
Star Wars is one of the biggest. It's bigger than MCU.
I mean, it literally is. MCU might be the bigger thing now, but Star Wars has been bigger
Yeah.
since
Yeah,
forever.
Star
So
Wars
it's
has
literally
been big.
bigger than everything.
Dude, there's even a whole, like, I don't know, cult of religion behind it.
Yoda
Behind
is.
Star Wars. Yeah. Do MCU have that? No. But it's just so bad that I think they'll disband that cult now. Just because of this one movie.
And I just want to compare it. And Endgame did such an amazing job in recapping a saga, and that's a Disney property as well. And then Rise of Skywalker sort of fumbled the balls a lot. And this is the same way, Ariq, you might relate to this. It's the same way how they fumbled Game of Thrones, because it's like such a good build up, and it just fumbles the ending. Like Game of Thrones, it's sad. It's like 3 big franchises ended this year, and it's the end of an era, literally, for the Infinity Saga, 4 Game of Thrones, and 4 Star Wars.
Mm.
And
Three.
sadly, two of them fumbles the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only Endgame was able to do it, right?
Endgame was good, but so yeah, Star
All
Wars.
right. How would you, if you have to rank the saga, the 6 films, the 9 films right now, how would you rank them? Since I put you on the spot, I'll say my ranking first, while you guys can think of it. So my first one is still Empire Strikes Back. That film, upon rewatch, is just literally incredible.
Yeah.
And then my second one is, I believe, I have a list. I just need to find it. I believe. Okay. So Empire Strikes Back for me is number 1, and then A New Hope, Force Awakens, Return of the Jedi, Rogue One. Oh wait, no, we're not counting Rogue One. Okay, we're just counting the main saga. So Return of the Jedi,
The main.
Revenge of the Sith, Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker, Phantom Menace, and Attack of the Clones. I might actually put Phantom over this, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't remember most of the movies. Like I don't remember
Okay.
which scene appears in which movie. But
Hello there.
I don't even know where that one's from. I just know he said that.
From the new.
So yeah, but all I know is
Well,
that
I guess
Rise of the Skywalker is not there, and so
they're in
is
the
Last
bottom
Jedi.
half. Would you put Rise of Skywalker in the bottom half?
Yeah, somewhere
Yes.
around Jar Jar Binks area.
So around the prequels, which are the
Yeah.
Okay.
It's,
Which one is your? How about you, Ariq? Do you have a list, or we can just say the same thing like Kelvin?
no, I don't have a list really. I can only say that I like the Empire Strikes Back. That's my
That's your
favorite.
favorite?
Then
It's good.
the rest is just like, yeah, they're good. And then there's these
Yeah,
ones,
so
The Last Jedi.
I feel
The-
I feel like a Force Awakens, but it's sort of my taste for it is gonna be ruined a bit because it ties in so much to
Because
Last Jedi.
8 and 9 is bad.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, they kind of
Alright.
tried to do the Scarif thing, like in Rogue One, all the spaceship battle in the last scene in the Rise of Skywalker. That didn't work.
How did they make Rogue One so good, but the rest like that so bad?
I don't know. I mean,
Exactly.
Rogue
Like
One-
if you're
Rogue
trying
One
to
is
make
not really-
something like Scarif, like all the ships, like shooting, like actual war, and now with Jedi's, I thought it would be cooler, but I guess not.
Yeah.
Alright,
man,
anyway, yeah.
there you go.
So yeah, we're done talking. We're done talking about that. Unless you guys want to say anything else.
So I'll give it like a 3 out of 10.
Oh, that's rough. I'm down to 6 out of 10 now. I don't think I've ever gave a film a 3 out of 10. But yeah,
Right.
that's
This is the first time I
No,
give a movie
movie-
3 out of 10.
It's just
Movie
like,
43, Bert. What did you give that a 43 out of 10?
I think I give it a 4 out of 10.
No,
Anyway.
after once I get out of the movie, the theater, I was like, oh, this is at least a 6 or 5, and now it's a 3.
Yeah, I was thinking of it as a 5, but now it's a 4.
Yeah.
Albert,
So
I need to
bored,
get
man.
ready
That
for
movie.
class.
Yeah, you got 30 minutes. You got 30 minutes, right?
No, 11:30 is when I have to leave the house.
Yeah, and you have 30 minutes from now. The game's in. Do you still want to do the game? It's gonna
I
be
need
quick.
I need to shower, Albert.
Oh, you
I'm
haven't
sorry,
showered.
Albert.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All good. We can play
Well-
the game next time.
I mean, like, you guys can play it, the two of you.
No, I'm the one hosting it, so I was the only.
Well,
Okay.
well,
We'll do it. We'll do it in January. We'll do it in the next episode.
Do it next episode. And with
That's
that,
all.
back to the class. What? No.
so should I do a shitty wrap up of this episode?
Yeah, sure.
A shitty
so-
wrap up for a shitty movie.
Yeah. So let's I don't know, plug it off. Okay, Ariq, go.
Alright, y'all
I'll
can
force
find me
plug
on
it too. Force plug.
You can find me on Steam at the Bluest Smith. Go back to episode 5. And Instagram at Ariq Andria. There you go. I'm tired, guys. I want to sleep.
Yeah.
I poked my eye in the middle of the episode and my eye hurts now.
Albert, you're supposed to close your eyes if you want to scratch it. So I guess I'll force plug myself. You can find me on Instagram at KY827, and then you can find me on my Mixer stuff. I sometimes stream on Disco Monkey 027, and also in my Steam at Disco Monkey 007. I have a YouTube channel, but that's not really. I'm not really doing anything in there until later next year.
When will you
probably.
be posting on Mixer again? What is the date? You have to mention it.
On 9th January. That's when you should look forward to my content.
What can you expect?
What can we expect? We can expect some hunting, some killing, some raging, some disappointment.
In real life?
That's most likely I would be there as well.
And Ariq will be featuring. And I mean, like, I would invite Albert, but he doesn't want to buy the game.
Teguh might be there.
Teguh might be there, but yeah, expect some raging, disappointment, frustration, and sometimes a bit of fun. And a lot of waiting.
Yeah, that's because promotion.
Yeah, and a lot of waiting because we have to wait for the cutscenes and everything. Yeah, so yeah, Albert, take it away. Force take it from me. What? I don't know.
Force take it. I'm gonna take the floor from you.
Force take it from me.
Anyway, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Wiradharma, JAWIRDHARMA. You can find my YouTube channel, Jaw Movies, JAW Movies, one word. That's where you find a YouTube video version for the Councilmen Show. That's where it lives. I also occasionally do trailer reaction when I have time to. And look forward to the Shimoda season is starting again in January. Look forward to me and Kenneth, who was a guest of the show. Again, I'm starting off a new show there. In case you guys don't know, I'm stopping with my Shimoda reaction because it's taking a toll on me. So I'm just moving on to a new after show type format, and I'm going to be working with Kenneth. And it's going to be happening starting January. So look forward for that one. It's going to be on my channel as well. And yeah, don't miss out on the premiere on New Year's Day. If you have nothing to do on New Year's Day, or if you just woke up from the party from New Year's night and you just check on YouTube, oh, the Councilmen is streaming. Go check it out because it was a lot of fun. All four of us was there, and we talked about a lot of films, and it was pretty fun.
Yep.
So yeah, 11 a.m. EST. That is 11 p.m. on Wednesday in Indonesia, but 11 a.m. In the US. And you can find the Councilmen Show at Councilmen Show on Twitter and Instagram. You can find the Councilmen by searching up the Councilmen on Anchor, Podbean, whatever the podcasting platform are at. I'm currently blanking at that right now. But yeah, go check it out. Go leave us reviews. Go support us. Thank you guys for everything. And this has been a great year.
It's been such a great year. Yeah,
it's been a great decade.
It's been
even though we've only existed for like how long? How long has the Councilmen existed, huh?
Well, on audio for a year, on video for almost 2 years because we did like one a month.
I mean, no, not how long we've been posting. But the idea, the concept of the Councilmen.
We started off since Movie Brawl.
Movie Brawl starts on
2016.
Is it? Oh yeah, it's 2016. Yeah.
That's because of Moana.
Thank you, Moana.
The actual Movie Brawl that we started the word is because of 2015, because of the Mad Max Fury Road and I think it was the Kingsman debate.
No, I remembered it was called Movie Fights because you got it from the Collider show or something, whatever.
Yeah.
And then when we were doing Movie Fight, you got too aggressive, and I'm like, damn, this is a brawl. And yeah,
hence Movie Brawl.
It's Movie Brawl.
And now it's Councilmen Show.
I remember the founding.
So, with that, the Councilmen has forspoken. It's bad, right? That never happened.
These are not the ending
you wish to see.
You're looking for.
These are not the ending you're looking for.
Anyway, thank you guys. See you next time.